Welcome to Shanmugam IAS Academy. And today's editorial analysis of that is 11th December 2021 is an important topic. This judicial infrastructure. So under this, so many committees and so many newly formed bodies are very important in the prelims point of view in this editorial, and this can also be useful for writing a mains answer too. So what is in this judicial infrastructure exactly we are going to study now? That is actually why it is there, because a total of 981 crores has been sanctioned from 2019 to 20 under the centrally sponsored scheme to the states and union territories for the development of infrastructure in the courts. We are talking here about the courts to the development of the infrastructure. The center has sanctioned 981 crores, but what is happening here? Only 84 crores was utilized by a combined 5 states, rendered that is the remaining 91.36 funds was unused. This was held in a report. Actually only 9%, less than 9% funds were used for the infrastructure development in the courts, and the 91% has not been utilized. So this was the issue here. So that's why we are reading this editorial and we are studying about this editorial, what exactly in this, and this is the reason why it is came into the news. And the underutilization of these funds is not an anomaly to induced by the COVID-19 pandemic. Actually, the plaguing the Indian judiciary for nearly 3 decades, that is this centrally sponsored scheme was introduced in 1993 to 94, but one of the reason why the Chief Justice of India recently proposed the creation of a National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India. This is an important one. If this is formed, there can be question on this in prelims, because this is one of the reasons, because of these things, because of this unutilized funds for the infrastructure development in the courts. Recently, the Chief Justice of India has proposed for the creation of National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India, that is NJIAI. It is not NJAC, that is different. This is NJIAI, which will take control of the budgeting and infrastructure development of subordinate courts in the country. This is what the objective of this is like, which will take the control of the budgeting and infrastructure development of subordinate courts in the country, because the good judicial infrastructure for courts in India has always been an afterthought. Because in India, the mindset that the courts in India still operate from, that is the structures making it difficult to effectively perform their function. And what is lacking in the judiciary? The lack of human power here. So this is one of the problem here. The posts in the judiciary are not filled up as expeditiously required. But next thing is that the process of judicial appointments is delayed due to delay in the recommendations by the collegium for the higher judiciary. We all know about the collegium. This is the appointing. This is the one which recommends the Chief Justice of High Court and Supreme Courts to the country. So we know this is the collegium. Because the delay in the recommendations by the collegium for the higher judiciary, the delay in the recruitment made with the state commission high courts for the lower judiciary is also a cause of the poor judicial system, because collegium recommends to the higher judiciary, that is the Chief Justice of India and also the Chief Justice of the high courts. But here already have given a video about this. The state commissions and the high courts, they are responsible for the filling of the vacancies in the lower judiciary. So this is also is going down. Delay in the recruitment process by the state commission and the high courts is also delaying. This is also one of the concern. The judge population ratio in the country is not very appreciable. While the other countries have 50 to 70 judges per million, and in UK and US and all we have 105 judges per million. So in India it's just 20 per million heads. And it is only the pandemic that court proceedings have started to take place virtually too. And what is the harsh situation in this judiciary? Because in this state of infrastructure, this is what about we are studying now. The Indian judiciary's infrastructure has not kept pace with the sheer number of litigations instituted every year. And the point here that is cemented with the fact that the total sanctioned strength of the judicial office in the country is 24,280, but the number of court halls available just 20,143, including that is 620 rented halls here. This is a concern. and also there are only 17,800 residential units, including 3,988 rented ones for the judicial officers. And one of this is major one because the 26% of these court complexes do not have separate toilets for the ladies and do not have gents toilets too, and only this 32% of the courtrooms have separate record rooms. That is, the 5% of the court complexes have basic medical facilities. What happened to those 95%? Because we have only 5% of these basic medical facilities, while the pandemic has forced most of the courts to adopt a hybrid system, physical and video conferencing mode of hearing. This was happened because of the pandemic, and greater autonomy for the judiciary is needed for this hour. That is, Chief Justice of India in his speech at the event highlighted that the improvement, because of these concerns, the Chief Justice of India has highlighted for the improvement and maintenance of the judicial infrastructure, which is still being carried out in a ad hoc and unplanned manner. So for that only, he stressed the need for the financial autonomy of the judiciary and the creation of NJIAI that will work for the central agency with the degree of autonomy. So, in explaining the requirement of the greater autonomy for the NJIAI, the source familiar with the development in the Supreme Court, the claim here supported by the fact that is the 2020 to 21, the funds were sanctioned were 594 crores released under the centrally sponsored scheme, and in that only 41,000 crores was only utilized by a single state, that is Rajasthan. So this is very less, and the data which is released by the Department of Justice further revealed that 18 and 19 650 crore were released, but under the center sponsored scheme, the utilization certificate was just submitted by the 11 states for a total of 225 crores. Among this is from 650 crores which was released, only 11 states has submitted their certificate, that is they have utilized 225 crores. What happened to this more than 370 crores? What happened to those? The current fund sharing pattern of the centrally sponsored scheme stands, this is important in the prelims point of view. The current fund sharing pattern of the centrally sponsored scheme stands 60:40, that is center is to state, and 90:10 for the high, that there is 8 northeastern states and 3 Himalayan states. This is important. 60:40 for the center is to state ratio, and 90:10, 90 is by the center, 10 is by the state. This is for the 8 northeastern states and also the 3 Himalayan states. Okay. And there has been a special purpose vehicle belonging to the passion. The authority has came to the Supreme Court, that is NALSA. They wanted to follow the NALSA model for the judicial infrastructure. The proposed NJIAI could work central agency because this will implement the infrastructure projects in the country in the courts, and which each state having its own state judicial infrastructure authority make like that is National Legal Service Authority model, that is NALSA model. And it has also been suggested that the Chief Justice of India could be the patron in the chief of the NJIAI. This is a new body which is to be formed, which was recommended by the Chief Justice of India. If it is formed, the new patron of the chief for NJIAI is like the Chief Justice of India, like in the NALSA, and one of the Supreme Court judges nominated by the Chief Justice could be an executive chairman here. And in the NJIAI, there could be a few High Court judges as members too, and some central government officials, because the center must also know where the funds are being utilized. This is also one of the good point, because if it is formed, these are the methods which has to be kept inside this NJIAI, and that is the State Judicial Infrastructure Authority is the Chief Justice of the respective High Courts, and the nominated judges, 4 to 5 district court judges and the state government officers could be the members for the State Judicial Infrastructure Authority. For the National Judicial Infrastructure Authority, that is NJIAI, that is National Judicial Infrastructure Authority. For the State Judicial Infrastructure Authority, the Chief Justice of the High Court, nominated judges of the 5 district courts, and also the state government officials can also be members here. And the funding, executing and supervisory agency for the development, the NJIC, which will be the nodal agency for the infrastructure development. It is the nodal agency, and it will not be involved in judicial appointments in the trial courts. This not involved for the appointments in the trial courts. Appointments will continue to be made by the state governments and the respective high courts. Actually, the district court, the appointments are the vacancies created and the appointments are done by the state public service commission, state governments and also the high courts. This will be continue because in this NJIC we are not involving the judicial appointments here. This is to be important, noted down. And the NJIC will be a funding, executing and supervisory agency for the development of our works, and this is a centrally sponsored scheme. I have told you 60:40 for the normal center states and 90:10 for the 8 northeastern states and also 3 Himalayan states. And the structure of the corporation is likely to be modeled like NALSA, that is National Legal Service Authority. This is the structure. Exactly this structure has to be followed because it's the national body based in Delhi that provides free legal services. This is the function of this NALSA. This provides the free legal services, and each state is likely to have a local corporation as well, which will be led by the state high court chief justice along with the senior judge and senior state government bureaucrats. This composition will also ensure regular interaction with the two stakeholders, that is the judiciary and the executive, over improving the court infrastructure. With this formation of NJIC for the implementation of the court infrastructure projects, and this will have good interaction between this executive and the judiciary for the improvement of court infrastructure. The members for the NJIC, the Chief Justice of India and the senior most judges of the Supreme Court, and also the members from the central government. But in the state, Chief Justice of the High Court, subordinate the district court judges and state officials, the state government members are also members of that. And here we have the executive and the judiciary interaction for the improvement of court infrastructure. By conclusion method, I will be telling you the NJIC will not suggest any other method policy change, but will give complete freedom to high courts to come up with the projects to strengthen ground level courts, because this is not like changing the major procedure for the appointments like which are following the today by, that is the appointments are the states, the appointments are done by the state high courts, that is high courts of the state, and also the state public service commission. And here the major this policy change will give complete freedom to the high courts to come up with the project strengthened, and it's also recommending a model structure of how a court complex, courtroom or waiting area for the litigant should be. However, it will be the high courts to adopt and modify the suggestions according to the requirements, because they only need to give the suggestions according to their requirements. And our judicial infrastructure is the best gift that we can think of giving to our people and our country in the 75th year of independence. So in this editorial, what we have studied, because why it is there, the funds are not utilized properly. So because of that, recently Chief Justice of India has told to bring a board, that is NJIAI, that is National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India, and also the State Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India. And who are the members of this if it is formed, and what are their functions, and what is happening in the country, how we need to improve the infrastructure of the courts, and how these policies are not changing the appointments which are done by the collegium and also by the state governments, state public service commissions and also the high courts. These policies will not change the appointment procedure. So these are all the points we have studied in this, and in this the prelims are important. The naming of these boards, if it is found, the questions can be asked, and this can also be useful for the mains writing too. And if you have any doubts and queries, just tell us in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video.